This is Joe with DomainAcademy.com, and today I wanted to talk with you about our Afternic Advanced Search Tool. So this tool helps you to comb through Afternic's almost 20 million domain names for sale and try and find some bargains or names that you might be interested in buying to invest in. So that kind of begs the question, what should you look for, right? Like, what are people interested in buying? And so I think before we start putting in terms in the filter, we need to know what terms we're going to use. I dug around, did some work for you, and I pulled up some things on Twitter. And X.com seems to be the #1 place that different companies post their data. So we've got Afternic's data here, top keywords. They just posted this recently in October for July. And then we've got Cito's, and they posted September's and about a month ago. And here is Atom.com's, and they posted theirs just a couple of days ago. And this is from 24 versus 23. So we get a full year's data here, where these are monthly. The reason why this is important is this is marketplaces where people, end users, are buying names. So these are the keywords in the names that are being purchased the most. Nobody really wants to tip their hand with the exact number, so they usually give you, some kind of chart, pie chart, graph, just 1 to 10. But they're trying to tell you some information, and from that information we can glean, what's the most popular. So we've got AI, Bet, and Engine in September. Let's compare that with what Afternic had in July. We've got AI and Bet here. So AI and Bet seem pretty good. There's also My we want to look at. And let's take a look here. This is a brandable marketplace. It's a little bit different, but you can see the AI ranks there too. So AI is definitely a keyword that is selling. You can see that it was selling in the top 10 in 2023, and it's gone up 3 spaces to number 6 in 2024. And you can see that in the monthly reports as well, that it's very popular. So we want to take some of these keywords. AI is going to be very apparent to people right now, and everyone who's investing in domain names knows that AI is a very popular keyword. You can still look, but you might not find as many deals. Engine coming up is interesting. Let's see if Engine is here. It's not. So it could just be a blip. And I don't see it here, so I don't want to go with that one. Could see estate, and it's probably from real estate. Let's see if there's anything here. No. Let's see if there's estate here. I see real estate, so there you go. There's 3 and 2. So let's take a look. It's probably real estate. And when you're looking at these keywords, it's good to think through where they're going to be because of the filter. So when we talk about My being the #1 keyword in July for Afternic, we want to think about the positioning. Where would that go? My is definitely going to be at the front. You're not going to say like Roam My or Home My. You're going to say My Roam or My Home or My Checking or My Bank. So My is always coming first. So you want to think that through, because when we go and look at this Afternic Advanced Search Tool and we put My in the search, we want to do this starts with. You can do contains, ends with, or exact. That would just be anything that's My. So it might be like my.horse. But we want to do starts with, because we know that this keyword was popular, and this keyword has to come in the front. So that helps us to narrow down the names even further. You can go by category. We'll go through a couple of these real quick. Dictionary nouns or verbs, those are important. A noun is probably something that you'd want to start with here. My something. And then category, we just want to contain the category of a dictionary noun. We don't want to start, because My and dictionary noun that both start would negate the search. It would come back with no results. And TLDs. So we want to go for popular ones. Let's look at AI, IO. Let's look at Co. We'll look at some of the popular ones itself. We'll look at XYZ. And let's say I only want to see a max price of $1,000. And this one I want to see too is the amount of TLDs that is taken in. So I want the names that come back to be taken in at least 5 TLDs. And I don't want to see any numbers, and I don't want to see any hyphens in my results. So let's see if there's any that meet these requirements. And there are. We've got 984 of them. And you can continue to refine the search. You know, you could make this max words 2. Let's try that and see if that helps to limit the search. Yeah, it cuts it in half. So now we can take a look. You know, we've got My Academy. It's taken in, let's see, 96 TLDs, and we can sort by that. So let's do that. myway.xyz. It's for sale for $1,000 and it's taken in 253 TLDs. So if you wanted to look at it, you could put it into your favorites, and you can come take a look later after you narrow down this list. And it's an easy way to be able to go and look at this and do some research with these other tools to see if it's worth investing $1,000 in myway.xyz. myland.co, that's interesting. mypay.ai, I would stay away from that for now. One-word AIs are what's selling right now. So let's take a look and see. mypage.xyz, that's interesting. I don't know. We'll have to do some research on it. And then we could look over here and see if there's anything. We're starting to get down into the double digits of taken TLDs, which doesn't mean there's not good deals down here, but it means that there's less adoption for these keywords. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to narrow this down, and you can see here's the number of results that come back that meet these requirements. It's just really pretty cool. So you can see there's 54 .coms. We didn't check off .org originally, so let's just take a look at .org. We took away IO, XYZ, Co, and AI, and we're going to just see what the org results are. mymusic.org, that's interesting. My career, my marketing, my B. It's pretty interesting stuff. So you can see mymarketing.org, there's a lot of marketing organizations out there. For $2.99, this one might be worth looking at. Let's take a look at this and see what we've got in our favorites. Marketing.org and myway.xyz. So let's take these two and see which one might be better. We're going to take the top, most expensive one, and we're going to take the least expensive one, and what we're going to do is take a look at this research snapshot. So you can see My Way, there's 110,000 exact match searches. There are almost 500,000 broad searches with advertising that's going on My Way, those keywords for $1.11 a click. We want to take a look at some of these other things real quick. What I'm really interested in, what I want to get down to show you is how many companies are using My Way. So it looks like there's more than 2,000 that use My Way in the company name, and 35 startups. And you can see some of these automated appraisal values here, just to give you an idea. What we can do is quickly look at the startups so you can see who they are. My Way, it's just My Way, parking management. And then here we've got Memory My Way. I ate my way through. Here's just My Way in Italy. Telecommunications. You could click this link and you could find out all about it. So you could see here is their URL that they're operating on. Here's where they're located, how many people. So you can get some information about these companies that are using the name or the keyword, that might want to upgrade. The other thing that we want to look at is we want to look at this. Which ones are for sale? So you can see that of the many that are registered, right? There's a bunch that are exact match that are for sale. So we've got a lot of options here that are for sale. I think that you can see IO is a popular one, and net is popular. XYZ, you could see is here for $1,000, right? That's the one that we're looking at, but these other ones are quite a bit more. So this gives us an idea. It gives us a basic idea. Let's go check on the marketing side. You can see there's much less search volume for that. You can also see that no one's willing to advertise, and we can take a look over here and see that there's no companies called My Marketing. There's only one startup with that name, and we've got some low valuation. So let's take a look at here, see what this My Marketing startup is. It looks like it's on mymarketing.io, and it's in Canada. And you really don't want to just buy a name to sell to a specific company. What we're looking for here is how broad the adoption is. Are there a lot of companies that are using this term? If there is, then that means that there's a lot of demand for it in commerce, and that there's going to be other companies that come along that want to probably name themselves that in the future, or there might be some longer named companies like My Marketing Tampa that might want to upgrade their name. No one's really using this in commerce, and nobody considers it important enough for them to trademark, which just kind of shows how many people think this is a great word to use, or a great phrase to use in commerce and to protect. What we're trying to do is just look at how many potential people are there that are looking for this. Overall, this is the search volume. How many people are willing to advertise in this phrase? That's important, and we want to see how many people have decided that this is such a good phrase that they want to start a company on it or protect these keywords. So when we look at this, it seems to me that My Way is a better option. We found it. We'd have to do some more research to figure out if it's worth $1,000 and what you could possibly sell it for. So for that, let's convert this to a valuation worksheet. And what I want to do from our valuation worksheet is pull some comparable sales. And you can see that myway.net sold back in 2017 for $500. You can see the app sold here, myway.app, for $6,500. Myway.org back in 2006, so a while ago, sold for $6,000. So you can see that these two sold for more than $1,000. We're going to sort it by, let's go here to the most recent ones. We've got myday.app. That's very similar. Myway.io sold, and this is wholesale marketplace. So these guys probably sold it to the startup that we saw. So it looks like the prices that we're seeing, myhub.tech, they're anywhere from a high three-figure to maybe a mid four-figure sale. So what that's telling me is that the price that you can expect is somewhere in the couple $1,000 range, probably maybe up to $5,000-$6,000, and you're going to spend $1,000 to buy this name, and then you have to hold it for a while probably to sell it. The renewal costs, you have to check into that, because XYZ has renewal costs that can vary. So you want to make sure that it's a $10 or $12 renewal and not a $100 or $1,000 a year renewal. So that's another thing you'd want to research before you look into this. Hopefully this helps you to find some great names. If you do find some that you're really happy that you were able to find at a bargain, or if you find names that you're eventually able to sell, we'd love to hear about it. Please let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.